Welcome everyone to Charlie G's Cards. I'm your boy Charlie G. And today I've got something a little special for you. I've got a 6 card SGC 1914 Fatima reveal. So to give you a little perspective about the Fatima cards, extremely low population, extremely hard to find in any condition really. So I've got two here for my personal collection that I just want to show off real quick. So this is the Thomas Leach Fatima. These are also known as the T222s. This particular example has a total population of 11 cards between PSG and SGC, and there's only one known higher example in PSA and one known higher example in SGC. So very hard cards to find in any condition, very low populations. Of course, I've got Cubs cards. The other one here I've got is the Sweeney card. This is probably one of the easiest ones to find, quote unquote. This one has a total population of 21 cards between PSA and SGC. So 6 cards that I bought here are 6 cards that I bought from Leighton Sheldon of Just Collect Vintage Breaks at the Nationals show from the big Fatima purchase that Just Collect made. I bought all the Cubs cards, which includes another Sweeney and another Leach. So I'll probably be selling the doubles of those cards, depending on which one. I'll be selling the lower of the 2 grades, but super low population type of cards. So this is also my very first SGC submittal I've ever made. I've always been a PSA boy, but everything PSA's been doing lately, SGC might be the way to go. I shipped this off to PSA on the 9th, and I got it back 2 days ago on the 26th, which is just their regular service level. They worked out to be roughly $40 a card. I don't remember exactly, but that's pretty fast for a regular service level. So I don't know how these are going to come out, if there's another box inside here, or if the cards are in here. But definitely much better packing than PSA does. Okay, the cards are inside this brown package. With PSA sending their cards back in a box that's just barely bigger than the slabs themselves. Let's see what we have in here. I think the highest I'm kind of expecting is inside a bunch of bubble wrap. Very nice packaging compared to PSA. It's Tuxedo Time from SGC. And I think the highest grade on these that I was expecting was maybe a 4 on one of them, but I'd really be just happy with anything in the 1s and 2s, just given how hard they are to find in good condition. So let's see here. It looks like they all came back graded. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they all came back graded. I think I see 6 slabs in there, so 6 cards. Now, there are 8 total Cubs players in the 1914 Fatima set. I will be missing Zimmerman, and I'll be missing Wildfire Schultz as well. So those are the 2 guys that I will continue to be looking for. Look at that. They've got them all in individual plastic bags, maybe. Let's see here. Got my invoice here. I can verify how much I paid. So I paid a total of $240. So that's, $40 a piece. And that includes that because I was impatient, I paid $60 to have these overnighted back to me. So I did pay a premium on the shipping. So that's very cheap compared to what PSA is charging for anything graded. And these individually probably have a higher value than the lower end of PSA grading before, anyhow. Alright, so here we go. Without any further ado, our first card off the top. I'm going to take it out of the plastic. Looks like they only plastic the top and the bottom cards. Our first one we got is an authentic for Jimmy Archer. Jimmy Archer must have been in some rough shape. Jimmy Archer actually looked really good condition-wise. Did not have any major creasing in it. But I will take an authentic Jimmy Archer card. So for some perspective, Mr. Archer has a total population of 10 cards. This is the rarest of the Cubs Fatima cards out there. So that came back as authentic. I wonder if it's because the text is pressed through when they did the pressing on the back. It actually you probably can't tell on the camera. I think I get the angle right, but yeah, you kind of see right there. The text is pressed through the card. I wonder if that's why it just came back authentic. Because otherwise, it's actually really well centered. It's a very good looking card. But this is one of 10 in existence between PSA and SGC. Up next, get somebody with a little foxing on the back. We got another authentic card. Now, this is one I knew was going to come back authentic, and I am perfectly okay with that. This is a Bresnahan authentic card. This is actually one of the quote-unquote easier ones to find. This has got a total population of 14 cards. But it's got some severe creasing and some paper loss on it. But it's still an authentic Fatima card with some foxing on the back. Still super cool card. Very excited to have it in the collection. Of course, it always means I can always hunt for better examples, but it gives me some place to start off with. Next card, fairly clean back, a little bit of fading on it. Another authentic, Sweeney Authentic. Okay, so this Sweeney Authentic will probably be for sale because I have the Sweeney 1. This is one of 21 known examples of the Sweeney Fatima card. Perfectly happy with it being authentic. All right, here's a nice one. Art Phelan SGC 3. I'll have to look that up real quick and see what the population is on that. Because that's a pretty high grade. 1914 Fatima. So we got a little bit of time here. This was Phelan. Okay, this is the highest known grade Phelan. SGC is only graded 3 of these. There is another 3 in SGC's library. Yeah, there's one lower. SGC only has 3 graded examples of this card. And this is the highest grade they've given out, is a 3. Let's just see what PSA has, just for funsies. I'm super stoked about that. Okay, PSA has awarded a 4 and a 5. So there's 2 higher grade examples in PSA. But I'll take the highest graded example in SGC any day of the week. That is pretty cool. Great looking card. Fantastic. All right, next up we have, the Vic Sayer came back at 3.5. Vic Sayer. Vic Sayer has a total population of 16 cards. And this is the highest grade example in SGC. SGC, this is the only one in SGC that's graded a 3.5. The next example in SGC is graded a 2. Let's see what we've got. It looks like there's a couple graded examples higher in PSA. But this is the single highest graded example in SGC now. That's fantastic. Very cool. Very excited to have these. Thank you again, Leighton, for giving these up. I know it was hard for you to sell them, but I greatly appreciate having them in my collection. They'll have a proud spot on my wall here probably later this afternoon. All right, our last card here should be a leech. We'll see if it beats a 2.5. It does, in fact, beat a 2.5. It is a 3.5 on the leech. Total population of leech is 11 cards. 3.5 on the leech. That is exciting. Oh man, I was kind of hoping I'd get a 4 on him, but that's okay. And again, this is the single highest graded example of Leech in existence on SGC. Next highest example is a 2.5. Let me check PSA here real quick. If I could spell Leech correctly. There is a 5 in PSA. So there's only one example higher than this, but this is the highest SGC example. Oh man, that is so cool. Cards that are 107 years old. Real photos, beautiful cards. I am super stoked to have. I mean, 2 3.5s and a 3. That is great. And then have 3 authentics. That's, I'm okay with having authentic cards. As rare as these guys are, that is fan-freaking-tastic. Well, look forward to seeing a couple, let's see here, so Sweeney. So I'll have a Sweeney Authentic up for sale, and I'll have a Leech 2.5 up for sale here shortly. But other than that, I'm going to have some beautiful, we have 6 beautiful examples out of the 8 of the Cubs cards from SGC of the 1914 Fatima Cubs. Hey Craigo, hope you caught that off. Now you can rewind. But yeah, the turnaround time, overall, I think these look really awesome in the tuxedos. This is, as a very first submittal to SGC, very happy with the quality, the communication, the timing. Absolutely stellar, vastly better than what PSA does. And for the price, like I said, these would cost me $40 a card to get graded, and that includes the $60 overnight shipping that I requested. So if you wanted a more economical shipping, you could probably have spent less per card, but I'm an impatient man. So I've got a stack here of about 50 cards, mostly ultra modern, that I will be sending into SGC, I believe, here shortly. So we'll do another SGC reveal video soon. But man, I couldn't be happier with these. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll post some new stuff here in the future.